Alright, hi guys! So today's story is called A Tale of a Tail, and some of you might remember it from class a few weeks ago. This was a story about a beaver named Ray who had a very fluffy, he called it a splendid tail, and then something happened that changed how his tail looked. So we're going to reread and we're going to see what happened. And some of you might remember, that's okay. We'll reread it anyways, and we're going to see what happened. And while we're reading, I want you to think about the sequence of steps, the sequence of events in this story. So remember, a sequence is a list of events that happens in the same order every time. So in our story about Ray, we're going to think about what happened first, what happened next, what happened then, and what happened last. And when we do that, we will get the sequence and we'll make sure it's in the same order as what happens in our story. While we're reading, we're also going to stop at different points and talk about the long A words we see. So remember from our AA Make Way for the Train poster that long A words can have an AI, a Y, or a blank E. So we'll be thinking as we're reading, and we're going to be looking, does this word have an AI, an AY, or an a blank E? So the word Ray, the beaver's name is Ray. That is an AY, long A word. The word tail is tail, T-A-I-L, a long A there. And lake, there's a lake in the story, L-A-K-E, that's our A blank E. So we're going to be thinking as we're reading, and we're going to be noticing all of those long A words while also thinking of the sequence. All right, let's get started. Long ago, there lived a beaver named Ray. Ray was quite proud of his nice thick tail. He spent a lot of time brushing and fluffing it. "I have a splendid tail," Ray bragged. "It is the best tail that an animal can have." I see two long A words on these pages. One of them is an AI word and one of them is an AY word. Which two long A words are on these pages? Yes, it is tail, T-A-I-L, tail, and Ray, the name of the beaver, is an AY word. One fine day in April, Ray went out. "It is a nice day to chop wood," he said. So Ray got his axe. He chopped a big tree 8 times. The big tree swayed this way and that. Then it fell on top of Ray's tail. Ray tugged and tugged at his tail. He gasped when he pulled it out. So on this page, I see 3 different AY words, AY long A words. What are the 3 different AY words you see? Yep, I see day, D-A-Y, day. I see Ray, R-A-Y, Ray. And I see way, W-A-Y, way. Those are the 3 different AY words I see. "My tail is flat," Ray wailed. The sun looked down at him. She could tell that Ray felt bad about his tail. "A flat tail will help you swim fast," the sun explained. "A flat tail can send a signal too. Just slap it on the water." That made Ray happy. Right. I see 3 different AI words on this page. One of them is a little bit tricky. Which AI words do you see on this page? What sounds does AI make? What sound does AI make when you're reading? So AI makes an A sound, the long A sound. The 3 words I see that have that long A with an AI sound are tail, T-A-I-L, tail, wailed, W-A-I-L-E-D, and explain. That was the tricky one. It's kind of hidden in the middle. Explained has that long A sound. "I have a special tail," yelled Ray. Then Ray slapped his tail on the water. Slap, slap, slap. His pals came running. "Do you want our help?" they asked. "I want to give you a ride," said Ray. "Hop on my tail. I will carry you across the lake." And Happy Ray swam off as fast as a fish. How many long A words do you see on this page? I see 9 AI, AY, and A blank E words on this page. Can you find them all? I'll give you a hint. Read the words out loud and check and see if they make the long A sound. There's a tricky one in here that looks like it might say the long A sound, but it doesn't. So read and see. Can you find 9 AI, AY, or A blank E long A words? All right, the 9 words I found were tail, T-A-I-L, ray, R-A-Y. I see ray again, R-A-Y. I see tail again, T-A-I-L. I see the word came, which is an A blank E, A-M-E, came. I see the word ray, R-A-Y. I see the word tail, T-A-I-L. I see the word lake, L-A-K-E. And I see the word ray, R-A-Y. Those are all of the long A, A-I, A-Y, or A blank E words. Now, I have a question for you. Here's the word said. Here's the word said. This was on this page. Is said one of our long A words? Is said one of our long A words? This one's tricky because it looks like it should be. It has that AI. But when you say the word said, S-E-D, the sound that AI makes actually is an eh sound. It doesn't say A, it doesn't make that long A sound. So it is not one of our long A words, even though it looks like it could be. But if I said that as a long A, it would be said. Now that we're done reading, can you retell the story in your own words? I'm going to put the pages up so you can use them as you're telling the sequence of the steps. If you have a piece of paper, you can write them down, and I'm going to put the sequencing words right there on each page. If you don't have paper with you, that's okay. Just retell the story, but remember, use your own words. Okay? So today we practiced sequencing the events of a story, and remember our sequencing is telling the events of a story in the same order every time. So we used our first, next, then, last. Some of you might have used after that, and that's okay. That's one of the words we use in the middle of our story. So we practiced our sequencing, and we also practiced noticing those long A words. What are the letters we might see in a long A word? Yeah, we're going to see A-Y, A-I, and A blank E. That's how we're going to know it's a long A word. And sometimes there's some tricks in there, but for the most part, that's a pretty good way to tell. All right, tomorrow we're going to read the story How Bat Got Its Wings, and we're going to talk about the sequence that happens in that story as well. And I'll also have a writing activity when you're done, so be ready to write. All right, see you then. Bye.